I make countless errors. I have made countless errors. I still make a few errors, but you forget them. More importantly, you learn and grow from them. And you especially shouldn't hold on to them. Errors I make currently are not life-threatening, are not career-defining. They're errors that are small to other people. The more you grow, the more you get annoyed about the smaller and smaller things that happen to you. But when you get to a level where you have been on a consistent journey for a year or so, the small things do hurt, but they won't hurt you, they won't damage you, they won't hurt your progress. Sometimes they'll even improve your progress because they are lessons that are actually extremely important in your journey. Maybe you have slowed down in your journey and then all of a sudden you get a problem which arises towards you having to adapt, making you have to act quickly, a problem that needs to be solved immediately. That could be perfect for you, as you have been going at a too steady, too predictable, too comfortable pace. Unpredictable moments are important for growth, especially as a man, especially in a life where you are continually growing and adapting and evolving. Expect errors, expect problems, expect to face problems. Be open to errors, be open to facing new possibilities and vulnerabilities. I'm pretty sure, and I can guarantee that you will face one error every week. That might be small and that might be large, but understand that it is highly likely that you will face one error in your journey once a month, once a week maybe, once every 2 weeks. So make sure that as soon as you understand errors that you could make, put it into Notes app, open up a new page and write a subheading, errors that I could face or errors that could come up, and just write down a few things that pop up into your brain that you feel like could hold you back. Go ahead and write down a few things that you know or you think that might come up that could be hard to deal with or hard to overcome, errors that you could face. That is so much better than being anxious about it and keeping it on your mind. So go ahead and do that. I think something that can resonate with a lot of people is an error where as soon as you sit down, it's not going to be helpful for you. So make sure to write down that you are vulnerable when you sit down. I think that's something that we can all write down in our notes, which we should look at every day in that app, where we are able to understand the weaknesses of us. If you sit down, then you are going to be vulnerable because you feel like you are in a comfortable mode. I realised this last night when I had my dinner. I sat down, it was 9 o'clock. I realised that what is the point of sitting down here when I can go up to bed and lie in bed? Because I was sitting down watching the TV. That was what I was doing. I was sitting down watching the TV. Why did I not go up to bed? I literally could have lied in bed, but my body took over because it was in a vulnerable state. My brain was in a vulnerable state, and that is not something which you should let happen, because it's important to be disciplined, especially in the evenings, because sleep is important, especially for teenagers, especially for us, especially for me doing a lot in the days. Sleep is so powerful, but don't sacrifice it for a bit of indulgence, a bit of pleasure. Understand your errors and write them down. Be aware of them. My flight to Madeira was at 7 a.m. and I arrived, went through security. It was all going well. It was like an hour before my flight. I sat down and it started to get busy. I started eating, and then I realised that I missed it. I missed my flight. So sitting down is actually a really important thing to understand, because sitting down is actually something that is quite dangerous, especially if you're in a hurry. If you're in a hurry and you suddenly sit down, your body is putting yourself into a relaxing state. It's switching off, it's calming itself down. Cool, it's good after you've been through the stressful thing, maybe to sit down, etc. But that wasn't something which I should have done. I missed my flight, and then I ended up in Paris because I needed to get a different flight. Was it worth the hassle? Maybe. I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot about myself. I ended up staying in Paris airport overnight, which is pretty scary because Paris is kind of a dangerous place. There's a lot of people that are homeless, and we were able to have a successful trip, and that was the most important thing, because it didn't look very positive, but we were able to overcome it in the error that actually happened. Kind of was forgetting about, because I've only just realised that what happened with the flight today. Before filming this, I just quickly reminded myself of what happened, and like that was probably the hardest error that I've ever had to face, and ultimately I just forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. What I went through was incredible, but it's important to understand that these errors happen, and you will forget about it and you will learn from it, but don't let it take over yourself, don't let it take over your brain or your body. Good luck, and remember this video because it can be an important one. It's a very important one because it comes up a lot in your life. Errors come up all the time, and remember the steps that you can take in this video. Just calm yourself down. Remember to breathe fully. Try to force a smile, because when you force a smile, people see that and your body brightens up from it. Remember to try and overcome it as effectively as possible. And I really appreciate you watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe, because you will really help me out by subscribing. I'm really wanting to get to 100 subscribers, so it would really help if you go ahead and do that. Understand that because you have got to this point of the video, you are above average, you are better than the other guys, because people nowadays can't even watch a full TikTok video, they can't watch a full Instagram reel. So you watching this video is better than you being on those apps, and you are actually learning from this and developing from it, because you are learning mistakes that people have made, and you are learning about valuable lessons that you can take in life, and you can use it to your advantage, and it can help you grow in your development. So nice work, stick at it, keep at it. Errors are going to happen, errors will come up in your life a lot, and like me in Madeira, it was very hard to overcome the error that I made, where I missed my flight, and I shouldn't have missed my flight, but I did. That happened. I got through it. I ended up in Madeira. I had a great time. Cool, I missed the first day, but I ended up doing stuff on the second day that made up for it. So ultimately, you learn from your errors. You learn from the mistakes of others. Nice work. It won't hurt you. It won't kill you. You'll deal with it, mate, because you are powerful and you're on a great journey. I believe in you.